Hey everyone, what's up you guys? It's Coach Cody here, and today we are going to be taking a pre-made swag and we're going to be enhancing it to sell, you guys. Items like this are great for your craft shows, for your shop fillers, especially this time of year. Everyone always sees items like this. This swag is from At Home, in the At Home store. It was $20. $20, and it's a 36-inch swag, so great price. Already has some embellishments in there, and what we're going to do is we're just going to be enhancing this swag. So we're going to go from drab to fab with this piece here. So all I'm doing, you guys, I'm fluffing this up. And I have a couple of key elements that I'm going to be adding to this. So I'm going to be adding some ribbon. I'm going to be adding a little bit more greenery. Usually for Christmas swags like this, the pre-made designs, I like to add more ornaments. And some little filler sparkle that I've pulled also. So you can see on this swag how it's, in my opinion, it's not very full. It doesn't have a whole bunch of branches and tips for us to work with. If we move around, then we've got air and things happening here, and it kind of looks a little wonky. So I'm going to kind of pick them up, let some air hang out in there, and we're going to fill in with some more greenery that differs from the base. So we have our evergreen base. Now we could easily add in some frosted stems if we wanted to, but for me, I'm going to be going in with this bush from Hobby Lobby. It's $13.99, and it has a bunch of different elements and components on here that are all green as well. So I'm going to go ahead and snip off all of these. Great price on these. Wire on this is thick, 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 thick. You can use all of those fun pre-made wreaths. You can even find them for a lower price than 20 bucks sometimes, but you cannot beat it, I don't think. And they work great for filling up your shop. So all I'm going to do, you guys, I'm going to go in here, and I'm just going to add this in, and I'm going to take some of those pine twists that are already on that base, and I'm just going to twist that in there. I'm going to squirt on a little bit of glue. Now this bush here has some little hanging pieces, so I'm going to put those hanging ones kind of down towards the bottom so that they're hanging downwards. What we're doing with all of this is we're just filling up the base. We're not going to be using any mesh or anything in here. We're trying to keep this low cost so that we can sell it at a lower cost. Also, that way in our shops and at our vendor shows and things, we have a different variety of items to offer. I always like to offer that advice, especially if you're doing vendor shows and things, not to have everything the same price, because you have different price point buyers and people with different budgets. So I want to make sure that we can offer something fabulous to all of them. Already, I can see that this looks so much better just by adding in this one bush. So much better already. All right, so now we've added in one of those bushes just to fill that in. You guys can see already how that has made that a lot fuller already. So now, before we add in some other elements, I do have some larger ornaments that I'm going to add in. I've got some glitter sprays that I'm going to add in. But next, I want to go ahead and throw some ribbon into this design. And for this design, I've went with black and white. And I'm just going to be using 2 different black and white patterns. Now, enhancing these swags does not have to be hard. Doesn't have to be crazy. You can go as wild and out of the box and cray-cray as you want. But for me, I like to keep it kind of simple. I'm going to cut off this ornament here. Sometimes they do have lots of stuff right here on the pre-made base. So they've got lots of ornaments, they've got pine cones, they've got all that stuff going on here. But that's where I want my bow to be. So I'm going to snip off that pine cone and that ornament, and I'll add those back in later. So I'm just going to make me a little bow. I'm going with this Harlequin. You guys can, of course, use any ribbons that you want. I'm going to pipe cleaner here. Alright, and now I've got my ribbons coming down. These are connected to my spool. I've got some tails that are going to go up. I'm going to kind of give this a little fluff. And I'm going to go right there in the middle in that hole and add this bow. Personally, I love doing these because they're quick for the holiday season. All right, I'm going to dove cut those ends. And then I'm just going to loop this ribbon down. Twist around one of those branches. Go right down here to the bottom and do the same. Pull around some of those pieces so that nothing's pushing onto my ribbon. I like to keep that nice and flowy under there. And then I'll cut down here at the bottom. And give that a dove cut. Alright, so now you can see just by adding ribbon, y'all, to the swag has definitely taken it to a next level. Taking it to a next level. So now I'm going to go in and I'm going to figure out where I want to add my additional large ornaments. So I'm going to maybe put one there. Nestling back in those pieces that were there before, and then we'll add one of these larger ornaments up here towards the top. You have to snip off another one of those pine cones. That's up there. Throw that one behind the bow, and then we'll add that pine cone somewhere else. Pipe on some glue. Definitely glue it all around on the ornament itself. Pop that larger pine cone there instead. This ornament back in there. And I've got one more pine cone that we can add. I'll probably put this one, let's see. Actually, I kind of like it right there on the side. You guys can go as crazy. You can stop whenever you want. It can be, you can keep on filling this thing up. Like we could stop right here if we wanted to. I think this looks fabulous. Just adding in a little bit more stuff. But I do want to add in a little bit of white so that this is a little bit brighter. So I'm going to go in with the glitter fairy pick from Hobby Lobby. I've got a couple of those I'm going to use. I'm just going to work some of these in, and then I'll go back later in a little bit and I'm going to glue. First, I'm just going to kind of place them all around. Now that I've made it to my bow, I'm going to kind of start rounding around that with these pieces. I like to have one going straight up. I love that. So I'm going to go through, drop in some hot glue everywhere where we put one of these. Oops, I need more glue sticks. Alright, just like that, y'all. Pull that up kind of like that. And that's it, you guys. You guys can keep going and make it even more glam if you want. But I am satisfied, and I have a great, that this could sell at a fabulous price point using that $20 swag. And we have hardly nothing in it, you guys. So $20 swag, $6 for that filler bush. We use 3 of these, they're $1.50 a piece. So definitely a great budget piece here. Fabulous. Love it. Hope that you guys found some inspiration with this when it comes to revamping the pre-made wreaths and designs that we find in all the stores this time of year. So hope you guys enjoyed this. You guys be kind to one another, and I'll see y'all later. Bye, y'all.